Students, this is my lecture number 6. In this lecture, we are going to study how the selectable markers are used in recombinant DNA technology. I have told you that plasmid PBR 322 carries two selectable markers. One is ampicillin resistant gene and other is tetracycline resistant gene. It means if a bacteria has this plasmid, it will have resistance against antibiotic ampicillin and antibiotic tetracycline. Whenever we use this plasmid as a vector, we prefer those restriction enzymes whose restriction sites are present either in ampicillin resistant gene or in tetracycline resistant gene. For example, we are using the enzyme VAMH1. If we use the enzyme VAMH1, it will cut over here. That is, it will cut the plasmid in tetracycline resistant gene. After cutting the plasmid at tetracycline resistant gene, the plasmid will open up like this. The next step will be forming their recombinant DNA. For this, we will place a desired DNA segment in the plasmid to form a recombinant DNA. When a recombinant DNA will be formed, we will see that the foreign DNA, that the desired DNA segment has been placed at the site which was providing the bacteria resistance against tetracycline. Because the cutting site of VAMH1 is present in the tetracycline resistant gene. This is called insertional inactivation. Insertional inactivation means the inactivation of a gene. And how this gene is getting inactivated? Because we are placing some different DNA segment in the gene. Now the recombinant plasmid, the recombinant DNA will have resistance against ampicillin but not the resistance against tetracycline. Now we have to do two types of experiments. Actually, after forming the recombinant DNA, the next step is transformation. For transformation, we have to enter the plasmids into the bacteria. Actually, we will be having two types of plasmids. One type of plasmid will be intact like this. The second type of plasmid will be having insertional inactivation. That is a foreign gene, a DNA segment of interest in tetracycline resistant gene. As we are having two types of plasmids, that is, one is the intact plasmid and the other plasmid having foreign DNA in it, we have to enter these plasmids into the bacteria for transformation. There will be three types of bacteria. One type of bacteria will have the intact plasmid, and these bacteria will have resistance against ampicillin as well as resistance against tetracycline. We are not interested in these bacteria. There will be some bacteria who do not take either of the plasmid, neither the PBR 322 nor our recombinant plasmid, recombinant DNA. And the third type of bacteria will be that in which we are interested. In those bacteria, our recombinant DNA will be there. Now, how to differentiate these type of bacteria? First of all, we have to differentiate transformants against non-transformants. That is, we have to see what bacteria have uptaken the plasmid and what bacteria have not uptaken the plasmid. For this, we have to form a culture medium containing antibiotic ampicillin. We will culture all the bacteria on that petri dish. those bacteria which have not undergone transformation. They do not have any type of plasmid, neither the normal plasmid nor our recombinant DNA. They will not survive on the culture medium having antibiotic ampicillin. So we are culturing the bacteria on a petri dish having antibiotic ampicillin to remove non-transformants. It will remove those bacteria who had not get transformed. Now we have two types of bacteria to whom we will say transformants. Transformants mean either they have the normal plasmid or they have the recombinant plasmid, the recombinant DNA. Now we have again to make a culture medium having the antibiotic tetracycline. Those bacteria who survive in ampicillin resistant, in ampicillin culture medium, they will be transferred in this petri dish having tetracycline in the culture medium. This petri dish is created, this culture medium is created to differentiate recombinants versus non-recombinants. Those bacteria which have normal type of plasmid, they will survive in this petri dish, in this culture medium. But those bacteria who have that plasmid, that plasmid which has the recombinant DNA, that has the foreign DNA, those bacteria will not survive in this culture medium. We have to remove those bacteria immediately because those are the bacteria in which we are interested. In those bacteria, there will be recombinant plasmid, there will be recombinant DNA because they will have resistance against ampicillin but not the resistance against tetracycline. So, as I have already told you that there are two selectable markers. One is ampicillin resistance and the other is tetracycline resistance. In this case, when we use restriction enzyme BAMH1, we use this gene to differentiate whether recombinant DNA is formed or not. In other words, if we use BAMH1, then tetracycline resistance gene is helping us to know that recombinant DNA is formed or not. And the other gene is helping us whether transformation has taken place or not. So this is the way how the selectable markers are used, first to differentiate transformants versus non-transformants and the recombinants versus non-recombinants. Thank you.